What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of Speak Your Mind Radio Podcast. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Queen Star, aka Miss Hip Hop. So today I briefly want to go over Tory Lanez's new single entitled Broke in a Minute. The title itself stands out to me because, I'm a poet, so I like to dissect and break things down when I hear songs. So broke in a minute means he ain't not had no money in a minute based off his career moves, his career paths, and the seeds he's planted along the way. And I'm going to get into that actually. So when a song comes on, it's automatically hyped. It gets you energetic. It's like, what this dude talking about, you know? He's bringing out that magnetic energy through the stereo. Like, I can hear it. And one of his lines in the first verse was like, what'd he say? He said I was like working at Denny's and he came back and counted some millions. So y'all know what that means. Like, everybody didn't have like them little jobs where you really want to work at, whether you was 17, 18 years old, or hell, even right now, depending on how your lifespan is gone, you know. Worked at Wendy's, now I'm counting up millions, but I mean, his is Denny's. So the story behind that is that Tory Lanez, when he was 16 years old, he got fired from Denny's for sleeping on the job. So he said at that very moment, he made up in his mind that I'm not going to work for anybody else ever again because I want to be my own boss and I want music to pull me there. So, you know, this is like one of those sayings where you say hip hop saved your life. You know what I'm saying? Tory Lanez, he not only sings, he raps too. So he's like very authentic and relatable when he entertains. So I really like that line about him because, you know, he threw that in there to say, well, these were times when I was broke, but I ain't broke no more, ma'am. Some other lines that stood out too. Like, I like when he said, he used it, what did he say? He said, weed is so strong, I feel like Popeye off the spinach. So that was a good simile to Popeye the Sailor Man. When he eats his spinach, he gets strong, you know. And the simile is between the marijuana, the weed, and the spinach. It's like the same thing. So he used it like very well, if you ask me. Because like I say, rap is poetry, so that's why I'm breaking these little tidbits down. It's just things that stood out to me in the song, you know, like in general, whatever. I thought that was really cool. I also like the reference to Dennis the Menace. He was like, bitch, I'm a menace like Dennis. Like, that's raw. Like, that's raw as hell to me or whatever. Everybody remembers Dennis the Menace, like, you know, growing up as a kid. And our parents remember it too. It was like a very old cartoon. Dennis used to get into trouble all the time, whether it was at home or in the playground or at school. He's always into something. So he's saying he wilding out now. You know, he got all this money. He gonna do what he want to do. He gonna fuck it up like Dennis the Menace. So that was like really cool and everything like that. I also like when he was like stating references to like grimy women, snakes that only want to deal with him for who he is, like because he got money and stuff like that. But he like, no, you messed around with my boy. Like, I treat you like a throwaway. Like, I'm just, you know, repeating words from the song or whatever. Or like, oh, you want me now, but I ain't put my face in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't want you like that or whatever. So I just thought that was funny and everything. So I started doing, you know, a little bit more research because not only was the flow catchy to me, you know, but it was like deja vu in a sense. Not saying that Tory Lanez was biting. Nah, that wasn't it. But the song, Broke in a Minute, to me was inspired by another rapper. He is 17 years old from Memphis. That's NLE Choppa. And in his song, Shotta Flow, he kind of got the same flow, like da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of like talking about some of the same things. Like he mentioned Dennis the Menace in there. He mentioned jigging or whatever. Because in Tory Lanez song, he's talking about, I don't dance, I jig. And he was doing this funny dance in the video. It was just like really, you know, hyped or whatever. Like speaking to, you know, anybody's ego that, you know, ain't broke no more or whatever. Or wish not to be broke anymore, you know. And I just thought it was funny that Tory Lanez got inspired by the 17-year-old kid whose song just dropped last year in January and has gone platinum. Like, that just lets you know right there, it doesn't matter what age you are, you can inspire anyone, anywhere. So, therefore, you should never, ever stop following your dreams. Now, I know that's a lot to say apart from the song and everything, but I'm telling you, like, the message and the gist of it, of what I got from it, and I thought that was pretty cool. I think I would like to see a single done with NLE Choppa and Tory Lanez, just because he got inspired from that one song. I think that would be pretty dope or whatever. This single, Broken a Minute, is not off any new album that Tory Lanez has dropped yet, but I can smell a new project coming along down the stream, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. So, anyway, you guys go check out this song. It just dropped, Broken a Minute, February 7th. That was Friday. Today is Sunday, February 9th. It's on all streaming platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, YouTube, etc. So, let me know. Oh, guys, I forgot to tell you, you can leave me a message on Anchor FM. You can actually leave me a review on Spotify if you wish. But the message is live on Anchor. You just press send message and then you record and tell me like what you liked about the show or what you disliked about the show or just your opinions, because again, this is called Speak Your Mind Radio. So you have that tool to use to open your mouth and say whatever is on your freaking mind. So thank you again for tuning back in to another episode of Speak Your Mind Radio. I will be back soon next week. Please stay tuned. Love ya. Peace out and bless up.